Emerald Auto Sales and Service has provided complete auto repair on all foreign and domestic vehicles since 1991. They provide Mass and Rhode Island vehicle inspections and inspections for Massachusetts commercial vehicles. Emerald Auto Sales and Service can diagnose and repair check engine light issues. They're open weekdays 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to 1. For more information, you can call 508-809-6553 or at their location on Route 1 North Attleboro, diagonally across from the Toyota dealership. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to this AACS 15 sports presentation. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Today, the sport is softball as the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers host the Milford Scarlet Hawks. Two teams very well matched up. Peter Bray set up our backstop camera, and he'll be running our graphics. Dave Angel will edit this later for broadcast on Channel 15. Jim Jones is the engineer in charge. Attleboro comes in with a record of 7-4. Milford 7-5. Both teams are 6-3 in the Hockomock League behind Taunton and King Philip, who are on another level on top of the Kelly Rex division. Attleboro is averaging 6.09 runs per game and allowing 6.09 runs per game. They've scored 67 and allowed 67.
Yeah, it's amazing how those numbers just come together like that. 6.09 and while Milford is scoring runs in bunches.
Yes. 8.75.
Wow.
And allowing 7.75. So this might be a high-scoring game today.
Might be a high-scoring game. I was talking to Coach DeVito from Milford before the game. Maeve Driscoll, the pitcher, missed 3 games earlier this year with a bicep injury.
Ooh, wow.
So and I asked him, if that was okay to say. He said yes.
Yeah.
So it's, injury's always tough. You don't want to say too much,
right.
HIPAA and all that stuff. But she's worked really hard, and she's back and pitching well, he said.
Yep, and she also hit .345 last year. She's heading to Elon College.
Where is that?
Using Elon.
Where?
It's in Elon.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
No,
Feels like
is that
Pennsylvania.
North Carolina?
Sure.
I'm not sure. We'll have to look that up. If this was my radio show, Jackie Romanicki would look that up for us.
She's not listening?
Pitching today for the Bombardiers, Jenna Callahan. Is that pronounced Callahan?
Callahan, as to the telemarketers, Callahan to everybody else.
Okay. And how are Jenna's stats this year?
Jenna, right now, again, as I like to say before all broadcasts, I do the games on Game Changer. These are my stats. What's a hit to some might be an error to me, or vice versa. She comes in. She pitched 9 games. She started 6 of them. She's 5-2. giving up 19 earned runs, 9 walks, and 41 strikeouts in 43 innings, a 3.09 ERA with a 1.49 whip, and has not hit a batter yet.
And Lily Ronayne also pitches. Lola Ronayne, excuse me. She's 2-2 on the season, and I keep calling her. She's got 1 save as well with a 1.81 ERA in 27 2/3 innings pitched.
1.81 whip.
There it is. And Maeve Driscoll pitching for Milford. Did you give her stats?
Yeah, Maeve,
Thank you.
this will be her 11th game, 10th game started. She is 7-3 on the year. 30 earned runs, 29 walks, and 70 strikeouts in 60 in a third innings. She's hit a batter. She comes in with a 3.49 ERA and a 1.64 whip. Good numbers, especially coming back from a bicep injury on her throwing arm. So, good for her.
For Milford, look out for Maeve Driscoll again. Last year, in 113 innings pitched, she had 102 strikeouts. She's heading to Stonehill. Sarah Wengel heading to Syracuse. Maddie Burns, the catcher, going to Holy Cross, home of the Fighting Crusaders. Olivia Baglioni, the junior shortstop, is a returning Hockomock League All-Star. She hit .406 last year. I wonder if she knows she has that in common with Ted Williams in 1941. Camille Bonilla is heading to Assumption. And Kay Pellegrini, the number 3 batter in the order at third base. She's also a returning Hockomock League All-Star. So the left side of their infield, 2 Hawk All-Stars. Kay Pellegrini last year just hit .524.
So she's slumping this year.
Yes, with 29 hits, 3 homers, and 14 RBIs. This year, she's just .486.
.486 with just an on-base percentage of .604.
Wow.
So, yeah, major slump and a major letdown year.
Behind Callahan pitching, Camacho heading to Westfield State will be catching. Matty Moran at third. Ronayne at shortstop. Emily Eby at second. Parent at first base. The outfield left to right. Paige Qualia, Nina Sullivan, and Mary Bosch. Mary Bosch heading to UConn to major in biochemical saving the world or something like that.
Something like that.
Callahan, the right-hander. First pitch swinging, and there goes the no-hitter as lashed into right center field. Olivia Baglioni, a .346 average, 12 RBIs on the season, and she's at second base.
First pitch swinging, coming out, very aggressive, gets it right into the right center field gap. Nina Sullivan gets over, fires in the second, but not even close. A leadoff double for Olivia Baglioni, who had come in hitting .354. Yeah. Just her second double now on the year, but does have 17, now 18 hits.
Huh. I've got it for 4 doubles.
Okay,
first pitch by Ava Baglioni is popped up.
I may have read the wrong Baglioni stats. So.
Yes, that was Ava's stats you just read.
Yes.
And Ava, so both first pitch swinging, that's popped up to Ronayne, the shortstop. 1 out, runner on second. And the number 3 batter, Kay Pellegrini, .486. 15 runs knocked in, including 2 homers, 4 doubles. Low, ball 1.
Not first pitch swinging, a lot more patient this time.
Yeah.
1-0 to the number 3 hitter playing third.
Yeah, who scored 13 runs and driven in 15. Called strike in the inside corner. Our home plate umpire is Ken Miller, played his high school sports in Rahway, New Jersey.
Huh.
And Donald Rodriguez is the base umpire. Right, Chai Chai?
Thank you, Les Nessman.
Yes, he played called strike 2 in the inside corner, 1 and 2. Donald played his high school sports for the New Bedford Fighting Whalers.
Ah, the Whalers. Nice and windy down there.
Yeah. Callahan gets a sign from Camacho. Lash to Moran at third base, holds the runner across the diamond for the out. Advancing to third base was Olivia Baglioni. That was outstanding base running, and Moran has an arm.
Yeah, Moran's got a gun there, looked her back, didn't look her all the way back to third, probably wisely. Yeah. Got the out at first, so now 2 outs, but a runner on third, but more importantly, 2 outs now.
Yep. Maeve Driscoll, when you're the starting pitcher and hitting cleanup, I think that's an indication you're a pretty good athlete.
Yeah, and .353 batting average of .488 on base percentage. She does have a home run, 5 RBIs on the season. 7 walks, been hit twice too.
Wow.
A changeup or a rise or
swing and a miss up in the zone.
Sometimes a rise comes in at the same speed as a fastball. Yeah. And at first I thought it was a change, but it looked like it was going up.
Maeve heading to Stonehill, fouled back. No flinch, no flinch.
No, I would have caught it.
0-2 is the count. as I don't want to curse Jenna, but boy, has she come back well after giving up a base hit in the very first pitch she threw.
Well, the inning's not over yet, Paul.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Idiot. Popped over our heads, out of play.
Bristol Glass still a sponsor?
Yes, they are.
To the Bristol Glass parking lot.
Where Kevin's windshield was taken out 4 years ago, right?
Yes, it was, and now I am in the teacher's parking lot across the street.
Camacho gives the sign. Riley heading to Westfield State to play softball. Just a bit high, 1-2.
Nice stab there by Camacho, saving it with the wild pitch and a run. A good 0-2 pitch, just a little bit too far up. And a nice stab. Good read by Camacho.
Riley plays catcher, shortstop, and center field, all up the middle. Low hit into center field. That's going to be an RBI single. 1-0 Scarlet Hawks as Maeve Driscoll helps her own cause.
And a great piece of hitting there by Maeve. Taking the 1-2 pitch, not trying to do anything with it, just hitting it the other way. And we're going to have a courtesy runner here, Paul, number 10, Bonina.
Yep, Angelina Bonina, the sophomore. Boy, what a great at-bat for Maeve, fighting back from 0-2. And you're so right, Kevin, just going with the pitch.
Yeah, so many, you see it in baseball, you see it in softball, so many players trying to do too much with the pitch. She took an outside pitch, simplified her swing, shortened her swing, and just deposited it into right center for the first run of the game. And you can see early glimpse why Milford's scoring so many runs this year.
Called strike to left-handed batter Sarah Wengel, a senior, hitting .355. She's knocked in 9 runs on the season, has a couple of home runs. And she's stolen 3 bases.
Yeah, very good, smart player.
Swing and a miss. Again, ahead 0-2. So 2 hits this inning, 1 run in. Moran at third, Ronayne at short, Eby at second, Parent, not Parent, at first.
Important sequence coming up here.
Again high on the 0-2 count, trying to get the batter to chase. Steve DeVito has been the head coach for Milford since 2014, I think he said. Mark Homer has been in charge of Attleboro for 9 years now. Ball too high. Want to say hello to Mark Homer's lovely children, the wonderful, classy, stylish Brianna, and Jess Gregg, who's on the porch of his trailer by a river watching right now.
In a van down by the river.
Yes, it's very close to living in a van down by the river. 3-2, full count to Wengel.
Wengel doing a great job laying off that one. That was one of those pitches right on the edge. I think it was high, but it was a little bit lower than the previous high one. So now pinch runner Bonina will get a head start on the 3-2, 2 outs.
Swing and a miss. Big pitch from Callahan as that pitch moved away for the left-handed batting Wengel. Big strikeout, but Milford scores 1 run on 2 hits, leaves 1 runner on base. After a half inning, it's 1-0. And I just want to mention Greg Homer, Coach Mark Homer's son, living in the van down by the river, trying to get his degree in motivational speaking. We'll be right back.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan, Peter Bray on graphics, Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. Dave Angel will be editing this broadcast for later display on Channel 15. Maeve Driscoll. Behind her, we got to flip my scorecard over.
Yes.
I'll give the defense, and Kevin will give Maeve stats. Burns is the catcher. Pellegrini at third base. Olivia Baglioni at shortstop, again returning all-stars. Grace Bonina at second base. Camille Bonina at first base. The outfield, left to right, Kiernan, Ava Baglioni, and Wengel.
And as you mentioned, Maeve Driscoll coming in with a 7-3 record with a 3.49 ERA, a 1.64 WHIP in 60 innings, has struck out 70 and has walked 29 and hit a batter.
Oh, okay.
Leading off for Attleboro is Jenna Callahan, coming in with a 314 batting average and a 455 on base percentage.
Ball one outside for Driscoll. She scored 11 runs this year.
Jenna scored 11. She has knocked in 7. She's worked 9 walks so far on the season.
Why is she hitting leadoff?
She worked 9 walks.
Called strike on the outside edge. Nice pitch, Driscoll. 3 doubles, 2 triples, and against North Attleboro, her first career home run.
First career home run to right center field to tie the game up 2-2.
Just missing outside, 2-1. Kevin, you collected that ball, but you haven't had it bronzed yet.
Haven't had it bronzed. I haven't put it in. Haven't put it in the mantle in the showcase thing or anything like that.
Ball high, 3-1 to Jenna Callahan. Just don't make sure it ends up. Make sure it doesn't end up in the box in the garage with all the other old softballs.
Exactly, which is quite possible.
Called strike on the outside edge, full count. Well, that's leadoff batter's job. Make the pitcher throw pitches. Hopefully on the bench they're watching.
Yep, and especially Camacho on deck, getting an eye, and here comes the 6th pitch of the at-bat.
Swing and a miss and a heater outside. 1 up, 1 down.
I think, going from memory on this, I think just her 4th strikeout on the year. So usually making good contact, but at least, we've mentioned, saw 6 pitches there. Driscoll moving the ball around pretty well to start the game.
Riley Camacho. Her sophomore and junior year, she combined for 37 RBIs. Last season had led the club with 28 hits and 20 RBIs. How's she doing this year?
She's coming in, she's at 306, and which may sound like a drop, but she is the last 2 or 3 games. She's looked like the Riley of old.
Ground ball to Olivia Baglioni across the diamond, 6-3 if you're scoring at home.
And why wouldn't you be?
2 outs.
Yeah, just to complete that thought on Riley Camacho, she's really been making good contact, pulling the ball, getting some shots into the gap, and really the ball's been jumping off her bat lately. It was only a matter of time.
And this is Lola Ronayne, no relation to Lily Ronayne, who I keep mentioning. Was that a foul?
Foul ball, strike 1. Lola coming in, leading the team with a 457 batting average with a 512 on base percentage and 7 doubles.
Wow. 8 runs knocked in, 8 runs scored. To right field. Ooh. Nice catch by Wengel on a blast to right by Ronayne. Wow, that gets a star in my scorebook.
Wengel broke in briefly, made a quick recovery, and she's very fast out there, and kind of did a half leap and caught that ball. If that ball's dropped, that's a double or a triple.
Oh, yeah. We'll be right back after this in AACS 15 Sports.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Two for Lola. That's 10.
We were having it. Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. We're having a debate over the number of pitches thrown. 10, not 9.
I usually agree with Peter, but I remembered every single pitch of this inning. So, 6 to Jenna on the full count, and she struck out. Riley Camacho saw ball 1 and then grounded out to short, and Lola hit a foul ball and lined out to right.
The number 6 batter, Camille Bonina. Starting at first base will lead off. She's knocked in 8 runs in this season with 4 doubles. Looks at ball 1 high. Nope. Yeah, that's right.
And Camille Bonina, 263 on base percentage, has 4 doubles and 8 RBIs on the season.
5 runs scored. Foul to left field. So pulling the ball, it's 1-1.
Yeah, parked in the teacher's lot. They're not supposed to hit the ball over that way.
Temporary fence around the field here at the Drummond Street Turf Fields in Attleboro, about 200 feet away, right?
Yeah, 200 all around, maybe a little bit deeper in center field, according to Athletic Director Mark Gould.
Low, nice stop, Camacho. No one on base, but still. Riley always displaying outstanding fundamentals. It's 2-1.
Always good to practice it. You don't want to pick and choose when you block a ball, because then you're going to make the wrong mistake. Just do it the right way all the time.
Breaking pitch stays in. 3-1. Camille Bonina heading to Assumption College, as is her sister Grace, and that's where head coach Steve DeVito went.
And it's Assumption University now.
Oh, that's
right.
That's
where I got my master's from.
Home of the Greyhounds. Yeah, called strike, full count. My father refereed 1 million basketball games there during my youth-dom.
Though good at bat for Bonina.
Maddie Burns coming up. She's knocked in 4 runs in the season, has a double. She's also heading to Worcester to go to college, but she'll be on the other side of town on the campus of the Holy Cross Crusaders. First pitch swinging, that's foul to left, 0-1.
I wonder if the players are a little upset at Coach DeVito. They've hit about 3 or 4 foul balls right at him.
Yeah, really. Must have been a rough bus ride down
exactly.
there. Stupid coach. I'll show him Saturday at noon.
That means I gotta get up at 9.
Outside. You know, I should wait for the home plate umpire to call those, shouldn't I?
Yeah, it was about to be a strike ball.
1-1's the count. My apologies to Ken Miller. Shot down the left field line. Off. This could be extra bases. No, nice play by Quage Paley to hold that to a single. Third base hit of the game for Milford. One out, one on.
Just out of the reach of Maddie Moran, who dove for that ball and just missed it. Stayed fair right on the line. But as you mentioned, Paige Quayle quickly over there, getting the ball in and holding Burns to a 1-out single.
Sophomore Caitlin Kernan coming up. She's the left fielder. Scored 10 runs, hitting .310 in the season, has driven in 5.
.394 on base percentage as well, so we'll work the walk, get hit by a pitch as well. So doing what she needs to do, a tall girl.
Squares to bunt, fouls it back. 0-1.
No flinch.
No flinch, we're doing well. Kevin and I have a contest every year. Who flinches more? In the 7 years we've worked together, I've only beaten him once.
I think it was last year.
Yeah.
I'm up this year 1-0 for those of you who keep the score at home.
Squares to bunt. Moran is way in. I played some third base in high school. I'd put a bullet in my head before I'd get that close to a batter.
It's
Boy,
amazing.
does he have guts.
I think I mentioned before, I played first base in high school, and I didn't like playing in when there was a left-handed batter up,
right.
you know. Never mind charging to the batter's box.
Breaking ball stays outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Jenna is at her best when she's hitting her spots on the corner and making the girls swing, but I guess what pitcher isn't?
Yeah. Yeah. Swing and a miss, and a nice breaking ball. 2 outs, 3rd strikeout of the game for Jenna.
And a big out there for her as well. Bringing up the 9-hitter, Grace Bonina, wearing number 22.
Jenna came in relief against North Attleboro, pitched 5 scoreless innings, struck out the first 2 batters she faced. In 5 innings of relief, she allowed only 4 hits, no walks with 7 strikeouts. Strike 1 to Grace Bonina.
Grace Bonina working the walks a lot this year with a .435.
Wow. Up the middle for a base hit. Fielded by Sullivan in center, holds the runner at second. Also for Grace Bonina, the number 9 batter, she's the quintessential second leadoff hitter. She scored 13 runs this year.
Yeah, she come in with .425 on base percentage, working 8 walks,
wow,
and hit by 2 pitches. First to second, now Olivia Baglioni as they turn the order over. As a key hit there by Grace Bonina. First to second, 2 outs.
She had a double to right center on the first pitch of the game. Fouls that off towards the Bristol Glass parking lot. 0-1. She scored the only run of the game for Milford, knocked in by Maeve Driscoll.
Very aggressive at the plate is Baglioni, going after the first pitch twice now.
Callahan, breaking ball, stays out, changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good job there, changing speeds as Baglioni went after fastballs twice, once for a double and once for a foul ball.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. What was that?
She doesn't have a drop that I know of, but that one looked like it had a drop. So
Trying to see which way the wind is blowing.
It's kind of a changeup maybe inside, a little extra spin. Went right back to it.
Diving stop by
she lands
Moran.
on the base.
3 unassisted if you're scoring at home.
5 unassisted on the field of choice.
Thank you, sorry.
That's why I'm here, Paul.
Yeah. Now that gets a star in my playbook. Wow, scoreboard.
She had no choice but to get her out. She landed on the base. All she had to do was show that she controlled the ball.
Right.
Great play by Maddie Moran, saving a run there.
For Milford, no runs on 2 hits. They have 4 in the game. 2 more runners left on base for a total of 3 in the game. After 1.5 innings, 1-0 Scarlet Hawks over the Blue Bombardiers.
Emerald Auto Sales and Service has provided complete auto repair on all foreign and domestic vehicles since 1991. They provide Mass and Rhode Island vehicle inspections and inspections for Massachusetts commercial vehicles. Emerald Auto Sales and Service can diagnose and repair check engine light issues. They're open weekdays 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to 1. For more information, you can call 508-809-6553 or at their location on Route 1 North Attleboro, diagonally across from the Toyota dealership.
Whoops. Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Kevin, I want to address a rumor if people have been reading the police logs this morning. After watching the Bruins in games 5 and 6, somehow my television contacted the authorities and applied for a restraining order against me. My TV claims I've been verbally abusing it for the last 2 games while watching the Bruins. Have you had such legal problems?
I understand the police have dropped all cases because they can't get to all of them because of the verbal abuse the TVs took around New England.
Parent swings at the first pitch, grounds it to Grace Bonina, throws it to Camille Bonina, 4-3 in the first pitch. Victoria came in hitting .400 with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs.
Now, that's Emily Eby hitting .333 with a .529 on base percentage.
Second on the team with 9 runs scored. Ball 1.
And Emily missed 2 games during the April vacation on a school-sponsored trip to Europe.
Yeah.
So the numbers are even more impressive in the fact that she's done it in 9 where the rest of the team's played 11.
Maeve Driscoll, the pitcher, just misses outside. 2-0. That's her first 2-0. Well, we're only in the second inning, but first 2-0 count.
Trying to work Eby away. As we know, she'll go the opposite way. And does.
And the shortstop, Olivia Baglioni, was moving to her left on the pitch and slapping it the other way for a base hit, Emily Eby.
Had she stayed put, she may have only had to go 1 step to her right.
Yeah.
She would have needed a strong throw to get Eby out. But yeah, you're right. She was sliding to her left, and Eby perfectly hit it right back in that hole. It was almost like a hit-and-run type play, but nobody was on base.
First hit of the game for the Bombardiers. Maddie Moran fouls off the first pitch. I know Maddie's hitting .296. Kevin will give you the rest of her stats.
She's got a .412 on base percentage. She's got a home run. Leads the team with 10 RBIs and has scored 5 as well.
2 doubles, 1 triple. Fouled back. We're still flinchless as the count is 0-2.
I'm seeing the ball very well off the bat today.
By the way, for our Milford listeners, my time to say, which I say during every Milford broadcast, in the fall of 1975, I was clipped by Howie Long. Just missing low and outside, 1-2. Great idea on that pitch by Driscoll.
The toughest part of doing these broadcasts with you, Paul, every time you bring up the Howie Long story, I have no place to escape.
Yes, you've told me and told me. Mark Nero was the kick returner on that play, and his niece now is at least on the basketball team at Milford High.
I've heard that name. Mark Nero. Did he play in the NFL?
He went to UConn. He was a heck of a running back. A shot deep to center field. Goodbye! Second home run of the year for Maddie Moran, and suddenly it's 2-1 Bombardiers.
Maddie Moran taking it, it looked like it'd be a fastball, and again, kind of like the 0-2 pitch to Maeve Driscoll back in the first inning. Just took a ball down the middle and took it right back up the middle. Line drive home run. Did not clear the fence by much, but it was a shot. And if there was no temporary fence, it still would have been a home run because that ball was hit hard enough just to keep rolling on the artificial turf.
Wow. Maddie Moran, outstanding fielder at third base with a great arm. Captain Paige Qualia is up, not to be confused with her sister Emily. And I wasn't looking. What was that pitch?
That was a ball outside to Paige Qualia, the senior. Last I heard, still deciding between Rick and URI. She comes in with a 300 batting average with a 440 on-base percentage.
Left-handed batter fouls that back. 1 ball, 1 strike. I just like to say to Paige and every Qualia everywhere, Bridgewater was a good school. The Harvard of Southeastern Mass, my alma mater.
Well, once you graduate, they very rarely ask where you actually went, just that you got your degree.
Call strike
so
on
even
the
people that
outside
went
edge.
to Bridgewater should be able to get a job.
Yeah, all right. Well,
that's meant as a derogatory thing towards Paul,
right.
everybody, and Paul only.
As a theater major, something I never would have gotten away with. Counts 1 and 2 after that foul. But I was the 6th of 7 kids, like my parents were paying attention.
Yeah, now they gave up, clearly.
Really? Theater. We're paying money for you to major in pretending? Every kid board place make pretend. What, Marge, what are we paying for here?
Paige, a good job of that last pitch, fouling it off for 2 strikes.
Pops that up to the left side of the infield towards the 2 All-Stars. The third baseman, Kay Pellegrini, makes the catch. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the second. 2-1 Bombardiers.
Driscoll consistently working Qualia away there, wanting her almost to go the opposite field, not giving her anything on the inside.
Maeve, I would not call her overpowering as a pitcher, but she changes speeds well and moves the ball all over the strike zone. Misses outside to the left-handed batting Nina Sullivan, the sophomore center fielder.
Nina with a 308 on-base percentage, worked 6 walks this year, stolen 3 bases, scored 5 runs.
Oh, to the hole! Past the third baseman. Throwing from her knees was Olivia Baglioni. That's an infield hit.
Infield single all day. Real nice job getting to the ball.
Yes.
I would not have thrown it if I was her. Look up. It's just in case.
Yeah, against the left-handed batter, that's speedy.
She's got the extra step out of the box, and I'm always nervous of throwing the ball away. Sometimes you just got to eat it, but nice play by the shortstop to get to that ball.
And I just want to remind Olivia how easy this game is from the press box.
Absolutely. No, I love the hustle. Absolutely. That's great.
Lily McGilvery. Foul hits that towards right field. That'll be foul. What's our count?
1 ball, 1 strike.
Thank you. Something I should know.
To the junior McGilvery, who 2 key hits against North Attleboro, getting 2 RBIs and scoring 2 runs in that game. Worked a couple of walks.
Yeah.
And really, it was kind of like the catalyst to get the team going there, or keep things going in the right direction for Attleboro.
Slides just outside. 2-1 to Lily.
2 outs. Sullivan, the sophomore, on first. McGilvery, a junior. Designated player today.
Yeah.
Goes for the high one. Kind of a rise ball there.
Pops towards center, making the catch. Ava Baglioni. Ava just a sophomore, but the Bombardiers in that inning, 2 runs on 3 hits. The big one, a 2-run homer to center field from Madison Moran. After 2 full, I know, I'm sorry. Wow, excuse me, folks. After 2 full, the Bombardiers 2, the Scarlet Hawks 1, and I can't believe I just burped on the air. Kevin can. I can't.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Mark Homer is the head coach for the Bombardiers in his 9th season now. And Mark's an old school kind of guy. Oops, sorry. There we go.
Yes.
Best color man in the business.
Folks can't hear you nodding on TV. That's a Gil Santos, the Bob Cousy reference.
Ball 1 high to number 1, Ava Baglioni. 17 hits in the season.
So I guess that makes her a good player with a 354 batting average, and she is a good player.
Popped up to short her first time. Changeup is lofted towards short, but the left fielder, Paige Quelia, calls her off and makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down in the top of the third.
2 pitches on that to get their first batter. Jenna comes into this inning having thrown 37 pitches through 2 innings.
Sun is coming out. Kay Pellegrini is up. Not just one of the best hitters for Milford, one of the best hitters in the Hockomock League. Again, last season hit just .524. She's at a paltry .486 this year with only 15 runs knocked in.
Yeah, DeVito, we understand her job's on the line.
A shot to center field. She hit it too darn hard, though, and it carries all the way to Nina Sullivan. Coach DeVito, of course, will correct that. Kay, what do you hit the ball so hard for?
Exactly. Nina Sullivan did a half step in, stop, half step back, caught the ball.
Kay Pellegrini, by the way, also has 2 homers, 4 doubles, and a triple. Wow. Maeve Driscoll, the pitcher, is up, had an RBI single to right center field to drive in the Scarlet Hawks' first run. Looks at ball 1 low.
Not missing by much there on that pitch, just a little bit low. Possibly below the knees.
Over our heads. 1 ball, 1 strike. A home plate umpire, Ken Miller from Rahway, New Jersey, where Reuben Hurricane Carter was. He didn't remember the light heavyweight fighter, James Scott from Rahway State Prison, who used to fight on Wilder Sports when I was a kid.
How do you spell Rahway?
R-A-H, Way.
Is really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Because I've never heard of that town. Not that I'm a regular of New Jersey.
2 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. My son's name is my oldest
Rahway?
son. He's 35. His name is Camden. So when he was young, we used to say when he's a good boy, he's named after a lovely town in Maine. When he's a bad boy, he's named after a slum in New Jersey. My apologies to the entire state of New Jersey.
Who are tuning in at this moment. Driving our ratings high. Yeah. Jenna not missing by much, maybe showing a little bit of frustration. Riley Camacho goes out, has a word with her. We'll see if it's an important word after this pitch. It was an important word.
On the inside corner, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
No, it could have been something simple as, hey, you're right around it. You're not missing your spots by much. Keep doing it. It's 2 outs. Walk isn't the worst thing in the world to a 4-hitter either.
Yep, you can hear the wind in our field mic, and it's blowing out. Breaking ball. Great. Took something off it. That's lofted deep.
Yeah, I think it's going for a double.
Yeah, that's short hop the fence. A ground rule double for Maeve Driscoll. So she's 2 for 2.
They are discussing it, but I believe I saw that bounce over the fence. So that'll be a ground rule double. And we got the same courtesy runner coming back in now. Angelina Bonina will run for Maeve Driscoll. Interesting thing on the courtesy runners, Paul, and this is more towards a baseball reference to catchers when they go to college. The coaches have mentioned that the catchers are coming in with no base running skills because they've been courtesy runs since they were 10 years old.
Wow.
So they come up, so the coaches think they're doing the right thing. We'll keep the game moving. Yeah, get the gear on, but they've never learned how to run the bases.
Wow. Geez, my brother John, who was at Westboro High, 4-year starting catcher, played for the Milford Town team on 2 occasions, and they used to go down to an annual tournament in Pennsylvania. And that was like a Central Mass All-Star team. Yes. He was a great base runner for a catcher.
And I think I think you have to give the opportunity. You know, I'm not. And this is no reflection of Steve DeVito. He's getting players in, and Maeve Driscoll's numbers suggest that she's a tremendous player and a good base runner. And this is more for the baseball. Like, let the catchers run. You know, maybe there are spots where you do a courtesy runner for them, but you know, let them run, let them learn.
Sarah Wengel is up, struck out swinging on a full count last in the first inning. Low and away, nice stop, Riley Camacho.
Preventing Bonina, the courtesy runner, from advancing to third.
And that's the Angelina, thank you. Lofted into left field, will it stay up? Yes, it does, to Paige Qualia for the third out of the inning. Nice batting by Wengel. Good defense.
Now, good defense. Paige Qualia, playing a real good, solid left field this year for Attleboro. So 2 lineouts and a pop-up of this inning all around the ground rule double that if the fences say 205, probably went about 203.
Yeah, exactly. For Milford, no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. They've scored 1. They have 5 hits through 3 at-bats. They've left 4 runners on base. 2-1 Attleboro heading into the bottom of third on AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here for your home or business needs this summer. They're a family-run business that always welcomes new customers. They offer air conditioning, generator, and home appliance installation with 24-hour emergency service. For more details, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or on the web at whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Milford is coached by Steve DeVito since 2014. Also coaches the Milford American Legion baseball team, which plays at Pheno Field, as the high school does.
That's a nice field. And,
yeah.
For all those of you tuning in right now, the LaSalle Lasers are leading the Johnson and Wales Wildcats 3-1.
Ooh, Johnson and Wales ranked number 1
after 5 innings. So I know all of you are tuned in for that GNAC update.
Yeah. Jenna Callahan is up. I'll give you a little history on Milford's Pheno Field in a second. Jenna struck out in a full count first time up. First pitch swinging, slow ground ball to Pellegrini across the diamond in time because Kay is that good. 5-3.
Right, took her time, set her feet, and fired across the diamond. Callahan out by a step.
Riley Camacho, who grounded out to short her first time up.
Pheno Field, that's where Owen Kelleher for Attleboro had a playoff win back in 2019 on an Attleboro team that advanced to the Final 8 that year before losing the Taunton at Brockton Stadium.
Called strike, 1-1 to Riley. Remember when the Philadelphia Phillies were behind the Bruins 3-0 in the Stanley Cup playoffs?
I remember when the Flyers were.
Yeah, what did I say? Phillies. Fine. And Philly came all the way back to win 4 straight games to knock out the Bruins.
Yeah, where are you going with
Hold on.
You've already upset me once.
Line shot into right field. Well played by Wengel to keep that to a single. Hard hit ball by Riley Camacho. 4th hit of the day for the Bombardiers.
Again, Riley proving me right with how she's been hitting the ball. That ball just jumped off her bat. Wengel almost could have thought about throwing her out at first. That's how hard hit it was, but a nice hit for Camacho.
I was umpiring at Pheno Field the day of Game 7 against the Flyers. Was that 2010? Ground ball into the hole. Base hit for Lola Ronayne. She lined out to the right fielder Wengel her first time up. I've got a star next to that for Wengel's defense. That time, first pitch swinging, base hit to left. Camacho stops at second.
Lola coming into the game with a .457 average, now 1 for 2 on the day. And Vicky Parent, who comes into the game as a .400 hitter with a .538 on base percentage, comes to the plate. So you were umpiring when the Bruins blew a 3-0 lead. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And the game is flying by, and the catcher says to me, "What inning is it?" I said, "It's the 5th. He says, "This game's flying by." I said, "Don't say that. You're going to curse us." Ball 1 low, ball 2 low. I said, "That's like saying the kid's throwing a no-hitter." Catcher looks at me and says, "He is."
Nice stop there by Maddie Burns, the catcher.
Shot up the middle for Parent, excuse me. Coming all the way home from second, sliding in is Camacho. And that's the 10th RBI of the year for Victoria Parent. Thank you for transferring back to Attleboro from Bishop Vian.
And Attleboro takes a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the third. Up steps Emily Eby, who singled and scored back in the second inning, putting it between the shortstop and third base hole. Lola Ronayne stops at second on the base hit to second, probably wisely.
Ball low.
And I say wisely is because they cut it right next to the base. So had she continued on the third, they would have easily gotten her out at third, most likely.
I'll finish the Milford story in just a second. Fouled off to the left. What's the count on Emily?
1-1 to
Thank
Emily
you very
Eby.
much.
Singled on a 2-0 pitch back in the second inning.
So the Milford pitcher, this was a JV game, he completes the game, got his no-hitter. Here comes the pitch, the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2 balls and 1. The Milford JV coach calls to the stands to his wife, how are the Bruins doing? She says they're winning 3-0. Milford coach says, this might be the best day of my life. Of course, Philly came all the way back, and the Flyers knocked the Bruins out. Hopefully, 3-1. Hopefully, that's not foreshadowing Bruins Game 7 tonight against Toronto.
EB showing bunt on the last one. Takes ball 3-1.
Emily scored 9 runs on the year.
Walks.
First walk of the game for Driscoll. Emily, during the fall and winter, is part of our double ACS production team. Running graphics. She's run camera before. Wants to work in the TV or movie industry.
Great opportunity for Emily Eby, taking part in one of 19 CTE programs being offered at Attleboro High School, the radio and TV broadcasting, getting the behind-the-scenes look at things. And I know worked a couple of hockey games with her as well, and she was great on that. We had the same amount of shots on that, and it's always a biggie because the game is so fast.
Oh, exactly.
The fact that we were right on pace on the shots on that was great.
Yeah. And they show some of our broadcasts to the Attleboro students of those classes and say, see that Healy guy?
Don't be him.
Don't do what he does.
Hopefully they look at it and say they are having a good time with the broadcast.
Yes. When you're telling stories, try to make them concern the game we're watching and not some game he umpired 14 years ago.
Exactly.
At Pheno Field.
Now, Maddie Moran, with her second home run, and picked up her 11th and 12th RBIs to lead the team and tied for the team lead in home runs, and now leads the team in RBIs.
Ball high for Driscoll.
Coach DeVito just had a mound conversation with Driscoll, bases loaded for the person that hit a 2-run home run off you. You might want to plan out this approach.
Wind still blowing out, not as hard as earlier. Low in the zone, 2-0 count to Maddie Moran, who's now knocked in 12 runs in the season.
This would be a situation if first base was open, they probably would put her on, but there's no room for her right now. So Maddie would be looking for her pitch, a fastball in the middle in.
Just misses 3-0.
Pitching it very carefully. I've started to come around. I want to see your opinion on this. On 3-0, giving green lights. Because pitchers take something off of it, and they like to groove one.
High, ball 4.
Of course, it has to be a strike.
Yes. Third RBI of the game. All 3 RBIs for Maddie Moran, as trotting home is Lola Ronayne. Moving to third is Parent.
And 1 RBI does go to Vicky Parent. Because it's a 4.
Good
stepping Paige Quelia. So Maddie with 3 RBIs, Vicky with 1.
Thank you. It's not easy being this stupid, people. Ball 1 to Paige Quelia, who popped out to third her first time up on a 1-2 pitch.
And I got a new scorebook, and everything, it's like basketball. Everything's in a different spot.
Ruins your
muscle.
Muscle memory.
And now maybe a little source of concern for Milford and Coach DeVito is Driscoll has now thrown 6 consecutive balls. I would assume now maybe a take would be on to get, make sure she's throwing strikes.
Choking up.
But that's why I'm not coaching.
Just to prove Kevin wrong, she pops it foul back behind us. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Paige will be looking for something to drive here, get maybe a sacrifice fly at least, as there's 1 out.
Where's Paige thinking of going to school?
Between Rick and URI.
That's right. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike.
And again, like the previous batter, Moran will look for something to drive, looking for her pitch here, put the ball in play. Stay out of the double play and see if they can score Parent from third.
71 strikeouts, 30 walks, now 31 walks on the season for Driscoll. Another run comes home. That's a walk and an RBI for Quelia. It's 5-1 Attleboro.
Yeah, after the leadoff out to Callahan, 5-3, 3 consecutive, 6 consecutive base runners, 3 of them scoring. Up steps Nina Sullivan, a very good bunter. Not as easy to do, though, with the bases loaded. You have a force out at the plate.
Attleboro with 3 hits in this inning, and 3 batters have walked.
3 consecutive walks. That's right. Vicky got a single, correct?
Yes, infield hit.
Circle that. He has 3 consecutive singles, and there's a ball low to Nina Sullivan.
That was the hit to the hole where Olivia Baglioni from her knees threw it across the diamond, because Olivia just can't help herself from hustling every second she's out there. Ball high, 2-0. Tim Walsh and Kim Danish are the assistant coaches for Milford.
It was a Tim Walsh with the Attleboro, a 1,000-point scorer.
And a 3-year starter at quarterback.
Yes,
Ball
that's
low,
right.
3-0. For the Attleboro team that had a 21-7 lead on Zavarian in the Division I South playoffs.
I was at that game. It was at Zavarian.
Yeah. Ball 4. Another run comes home. Third RBI this inning on a base on balls. And Coach DeVito heading to the mound.
And that is the first RBI of the season for Nina Sullivan. And that will do it for Driscoll because this is the second mound visit of the inning. And his two choices will be Benina, number 10, and Angelina Benina, who's been running for her. So it'd be interesting.
And it looks like she's going to
come in to pitch. And I'm not sure how that works. She was the courtesy runner, so I don't know if that means Maeve Driscoll's now out of the game because she was the courtesy runner for Maeve.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Jenna Callahan led off and ground out to third base on the first pitch. After that, Riley Camacho, a line drive single to right field, a base hit to left field by Lola Ronayne, and then Victoria Parent with a base hit to center field, and they're giving an applause to Maeve Driscoll. That drove in the first run. A walk to Emily Eby. And then a walk to Moran for a run, a walk to Qualia for a run, and a walk to Sullivan for a run. Please tell me I'm right. It's 6-1.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6-1, yes.
We'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Coming into pitch, number 10, the lefty Angelina Bonina, and she will bat in the 4th spot in the lineup for Maeve Driscoll.
So Maeve Driscoll is out of the game then? Okay, thank you for clarifying that for us.
Well, Kim Danish, the Milford assistant coach, helped us. What are you showing me on your smartphone,
No,
Kevin?
I'd like to do a quick shout-out to Jerry and Marie Welsh, watching in Warwick, Rhode Island, supporting number 23, Riley Camacho. Thank you, Jerry and Marie. Welsh, appreciate you watching. And for all those that care, the LaSalle Lasers are up 6-1. There may have been a double by Tim Callahan that I may have missed. Can't be in two places at once, you know. My wife is there.
Angelina Bonina getting ready to pitch to the number 9 batter in the order, Lily McGilvery, who flew out to center field her first time up. Lily scored 2 runs in the air. The flex player, Mary Bosch, playing right field, the outstanding senior, not in the batting lineup. Called strike on the outside edge. Pretty good first pitch for Angelina.
Yeah, and a lefty, so a different look. And, she's not, immune to pitching. This is her 8th game pitching this year. And there's the ball up and in. She comes in with no record on the year. She has pitched 16 2/3 innings. And with some success, moderate success. Ooh, going after the high one could be a double play.
To the catcher out at home, wisely the catcher Burns decides not to go for the double play because that could allow Quayle, who can fly, to score. So that's 1-4 if you're scoring at home. 2 outs.
1-2.
1-2. Gosh almighty. Okay, I put it in the wrong place. There we go.
Attleboro does bat around, bringing up Jenna Callahan, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out the third.
So
set a ball high.
Bases are still loaded. Reaching first on the fielder's choice was McGilvery. Sullivan goes to second. Page Quayle to third. Ball 1 to Jenna.
Could really help her own cause here with a base hit. A late jump by Quayle, but
I heard a sound. Was that the catcher's glove?
Yeah, it was the catcher's glove. Yeah,
and that's
so a wild pitch.
Yeah.
Scoring Page Quayle. Everybody else, Nina Sullivan and Lily McGilvery, moving up a base on the wild pitch.
5th run of the inning, 7th of the game for the Bombardiers.
2-0 to Callahan.
3-0.
Callahan does have 9 walks on the team to lead the team in walks.
Wow.
3-0, probably has a take now, especially with a new pitcher.
I was thinking that was the only category I ever led my team in.
Pitch running appearances, I thought.
Yeah, no. That's true. We probably didn't have enough at-bats to lead in walks. But
you don't qualify.
Yeah, call strike.
3-1 to
my
Callahan.
first at-bat my senior year. I think that was the first time, 1976, that the Westboro Rangers beat Milford twice in the regular season in a very long time. I got beat out by a sophomore for the starting third base spot, and I couldn't even complain because we started the season 15-0, longest winning streak in the state. Strike 1 to Riley Camacho. The key to our 15-game winning streak, my third base coaching.
Everybody has a role, Paul.
Yeah. Riley's ground out to short and had a line drive base hit to right field. First hit of the game, third hit of the game for the Bombardiers. She scored a run. Ball outside. Nice stop by Burns, the catcher. 1-1.
But Nina does have 15 strikeouts in 16 2/3 innings, and she's left-handed, so that automatically makes her crafty.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. Going to the baseball cliche guidebook. Ooh, just missing 2-1.
There has never been a crafty right-handed pitcher. Every left-handed pitcher ever is crafty.
Right.
It's incredible. I've never.
If you're a righty, you're a junk baller.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a lefty pitcher, you're just
crafty.
crafty. If you second you throw anything off speed.
High. 3-1. So my senior year, we're playing at Pheno Field. Had a big lead. I got to bat. Good news is I hit the ball hard. Bad news is right back to the pitcher for a double play, taking the bat out of my best friend John Richards' hands, who was waiting on deck. Low.
No, ball, strike 2.
Strike, okay.
I mean, it was low at the knees
Yeah,
for a strike. So 3-2. The
3
runners
balls,
will
2
get a
strikes.
head start here as it's 3-2, 2 outs. Callahan on first, McGilvery on second, and Sullivan on third.
7-1. Attleboro.
And ball outside. For ball 4.
So that's a walk and an RBI for Riley, her 7th of the year. And since her sophomore year, that's now her 44th run knocked in.
Studying freshman Lola Ronayne, 1 for 2 on the day. She singled and scored this inning, lined out to right field. She looks at a ball just outside.
Ah, Kevin knew I had my head down. That's out of cover for me, Kevin.
Try to catch the peripheral every once in a while. 1-0 to the freshman Ronayne. Shortstop pitcher on the team.
Yeah. And there's a shot into left center field.
With 2 outs, everybody's running.
1,
and it goes
2.
under the fence.
Oh, costing her a third run RBI. So she now has 10 runs knocked in the season. And I don't mean to put any pressure on Lola, who's just a freshman, but you were saying before the game, she might be a D1 prospect in future years.
Yeah, before the, I'll tell you a quick Lola Ronayne story in a second. Vicki Parent steps to the plate.
Yeah.
Last year, I said to the coaching staff before game 1, not Coach Homer, but the assistant coaches, I said, there's a girl in the 8th grade, Lola Ronayne. She's not batting 3 through 6 somewhere in your lineup next year. Yeah. You should all quit. That's good. And she's a foul ball to Vicki Parent. And so far through, and this is game 12, Lola has batted 5th, 2, and it seemed to have settled in nicely in the 3-hole.
8 runs this inning for the Bombardiers, 10 in the game. Parent with you mentioned an RBI single to center field earlier this inning.
Here's a wild pitch. Will score Riley Camacho.
Camacho comes home to score. And where's that in my book?
And that runs the count to 2-1. 3, 4, 5,
Yep.
6, 7, 8. They've scored 9, so that runs the score to 11-1 here in the bottom of the third inning.
9 runs and 4 base hits.
Yeah. This game just quickly kind of got out of hand.
4.
It'd be important for Attleboro to
5,
regain their focus when they
6.
take the field, to make sure you don't give Milford a chance, because Milford can score runs in bunches, averaging 8.75.
Popped up to the left side.
Foul.
Hockomock League All-Star Pellegrini with the catch.
And that's the third out of the inning.
So for the Bombardiers, 9 runs on 3 hits. 6-1 Bombardiers on AACS 15 Sports. And which sponsor are we playing next?
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at ClaudinosAutoRepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin. That's going to leave a Mark Callahan.
Saying a quick hello to Norton head coach Gary Warren, because I saw Moran going after it, and I think I was blocked by the umpires out of nowhere. Page Square, and that retired Camille Bonina upsets Matty Burns, who singled to left, and this time hits a foul ball to third.
Base hit to left on a 1-1 pitch. She's knocked in 4 runs on the season. She's the catcher, has done a good job behind the plate. 0-1.
He didn't get off to a fast start after we broke away from Gary Warren.
Ooh, a little pop on that pitch from Jenna Callahan. That's the hardest one she's thrown today.
Starting to see the actual rise in a rise ball. Remember, we did a game against Fee, and I'm like, apparently these are rises, because everyone was popping it out. Never really seen one before, so I'm starting to learn. That was definitely a rise ball there.
She's 1-2, and I'm going to say every time she's been ahead 0-2, she's really thrown a pitch out of the strike zone, trying to get Milford to chase. I think she might surprise her now if she throws a strike when she's ahead 0-2.
What's funny is
fouled. Count remains 1-2.
She was coached by Greg Bedard for a few years, and whenever she threw an 0-2 flat fastball to the middle, Greg had some words. You said Coach Homer's old school. Greg is old school, so it's but it's true. 0-2, you can't be grooving it. You have a batter in their head down mentally 0-2. You can't be giving them anything good. So it's same thing with 1-2 and even 2-2.
And I think after that last play, we've got to say that Milford coach DeVito is a better fielder in the third base box than Attleboro coach Homer, who's also a hockey coach.
Yes.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Maddie.
1 for 1 on the day.
Wind blowing out. Popped up.
That's over our head. I know most things are over your head,
yes,
but that one went over my
That wasn't true. I'd be offended. I'm Paul Healy.
Sometimes known as Skippy.
All right, Skippy. Yes, I got my boy's regular haircut yesterday, and Kevin won't stop calling me Skippy. Outside, now the count is full. Good at-bat for Matty Burns.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll be the 9th pitch of the at-bat, following off some tough pitches, working the count from 0-2 all the way back to 3-2.
Ball 4 low. That's the first walk of the game for Jenna. Just the 10th of the season. Good at bat, Matty Burns.
Very good at bat. Jenna, it's her first walk in 3 games now.
And let's see who's up. Whoops. We have to use a courtesy runner.
That's number 4, Paul.
Lucia Testa, sophomore.
She has scored 2 runs on the year.
And Maddie's the catcher. So again, that's a courtesy runner and a pinch runner. Number 14 is batting, Caitlin Kiernan. She's the number 8 batter in the lineup, left fielder, hitting .310 in the season with 10. Boy, their number 8 batter in the lineup has scored 10 runs. The number 9 batter scored 13.
.394 on base percentage.
Nice pitch, Callahan with a late break. Swing and a miss, strike one. That's how to go, Jenna. Jenna plays volleyball in the fall, basketball in the winter. Called strike on the outside edge. Nice pitch, 0-2. That caught the black.
That looks like a pitch that she's been trying to get for the first couple innings. It just kept missing outside a bit, and she caught it there.
Strike 3. That was her most impressive performance so far. That's her 4th strikeout of the game. 2 outs, 1 on. It's 11-1 Attleboro.
It was a good comeback after a 9-pitch walk to the previous batter. So now you got Grace Bonina, the second baseman, hit a sharp single to center field the first time up.
High, ball 1. Nice play, Riley Camacho. Moran at third, Ronin at shortstop, the freshman, Eby at second, Parent at first.
I know where you're going with the story.
Her first at-bat?
She pinch ran.
That's right, she pinch ran and was knocked in by her sister, Gabby.
Yes.
Base hit up the middle now, 2 for 2, number 9 batter, really a second leadoff hitter, Grace Bonina.
Right off the glove. If that was Lola pitching, she would have caught that right off the glove of Jenna. I shouldn't say slow to react. That takes away the credit on the hit by Bonina, but just off her glove.
6th hit of the game for the Scarlet Hawks. Top of the order, the outstanding.
And aggressive.
Yes. Deep right field, just out of Bosch's reach. But Mary also a 3-sport athlete. She's headed to UConn, and I don't know what her major is, but I know it's polysyllabic, and it's something to do with pre-med.
Micro and neuro and biology. There's got cells and DNA involved, and that's the whole thing.
She's interested in saving lives or something. And again, I was a theater major. Baglioni started the game with a double to right center field. Popped up to third on a great play by Moran. And deep is Mary Bosch. We hadn't mentioned Mary's name all game, and then we just mentioned her 3 times in a row, and she makes us look good. That's the second outstanding catch by the Attleboro outfield. Those girls can run. Those girls can catch.
The things you do, Paul, just to get people noticed. And you mentioned her name, and sure enough, there she was making a great catch out in right field, saving a run, maybe 2.
Yes.
Maybe 3. I don't know if they had the distance to get out, but at least 2 runs there, most likely.
I've got a star and a wow,
wow.
Written in my scorebook. For Milford, no runs on 1 hit. They now have 6 in the game. 2 more runners left on base for a total of 6 in the game. After 3.5, it's Attleboro 11, Milford 1. We'll be right back.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to Double ACS. Our viewers of a certain age will relate to this. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Peter Bray set up our backstock camera. He's running our graphics. He just came out of the truck, jumped over the fence to come over to talk to Kevin and I, and then couldn't remember what he came over to talk to us about. Rats, had to climb back over the fence. The number of hits. We've got Attleboro. We've got Attleboro down for 7 hits. We have Milford down for 6. That's it. Swing and a miss and a pitch low and in to
Emily
Eby. And Emily, don't take this the wrong way. In 3 years, that's the worst swing I've ever seen her take.
Everybody's
but then
due for
again,
one.
Bernie Carbo had an awful swing before his 3-run home run in 75.
Who's Bernie Carbo?
Ask your parents. Ask your grandparents.
Ooh, that got her.
Yep, hit by pitch. Boy, so with a hit by pitch and the 6 walks, that's the 7th free pass for Attleboro. And as Casey Stengel, the New York Yankees manager all those years ago, said, walks will kill you.
And for Emily Eby, she now ties Vicky Parent with her 3rd hit by pitch on the season.
Maddie Moran is up. Outstanding third baseman. She hit a 2-run homer to center field. and she walked for an RBI in the third. Looks at ball one.
At the time for Maddie, Attleboro trailing 1-0 at the time. That was a 2-run home run to give them a lead, a 200-foot line drive. There's a wild pitch. Sending EB to second base.
Bonina. And I got to be honest, Kevin, if I didn't have my head down on my score sheet, I might have flinched there. So I caught a break. So at second base is EB.
And 2-0 to Moran, who will look for something to drive. I'm sure she's oozing confidence right now after her first at-bat today.
Yes. Home run. Beautiful clouds in the sky. Fouled away. I got 1-1. Or is it?
I have 1-1
Thank
as
you.
well.
If you have any friends who have been stressed out lately who aren't even softball fans, just have them step in front of the screen and watch the clouds wave through the sky. Maybe turn on the lava lamp, put on a Moody Blues album. Called strike on the outside edge. And that's the first ooh of the day from Kevin Callahan.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Again, when you're calling over 300 pitches.
The occasional one that ends up in the left-handed batter's box does get called for a strike.
Nice play by the second baseman, Grace Bonina, to Camille Bonina. 4-3 on the out, moving to third base. Good base running was Emily Eby.
Look for a potential squeeze here from Page. I know they're up 11-1, but you want to possibly, they do have the mercy rules in effect in hot games, and you want to finish these games before, hey, teams can make a comeback. And again, Milford averaging 8.75 runs a game. Not showing bunt at all.
Breaking ball misses, 1 ball, no strikes. And again, our home plate umpire, who I think is done outstanding today, Ken Miller. On the bases, Donald Rodriguez, or Rodriguez, for you WKRP and Cincinnati fans.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes. Ball 2. He played in New Bedford.
Page is 0 for 1 with a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Popped up the third as well.
Remember my umpiring days when someone would say, "You're doing a great job, Hump." I'd say, "It's the 4th inning, please." Wait, I've got 3 of these to screw this up. Yes. Called strike, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Now the pressure's on.
I know. That's
2-1. Page choking up on the bat a little bit.
Tell you another story about umpiring in a second. Ground ball foul. Nice play in the first base coach's box.
Well, she dropped it.
She doesn't have a glove on.
Look,
and where's my scorebook from last game?
She plays the game. She played the game. You got to make the play.
Yeah,
glove and no glove. I mean,
well, we'll talk to Mark Homer, see if he wants to make some changes
at the first base coaching position.
Yeah, she's come up from the JV staff. She's been a huge help. Base hit for Paige Qualia. That drives home a run, the 12th of the game for the Bombardiers.
Second RBI on the day for Paige Qualia on a single to right field. 5-pitch at bat, smart at bat, bringing up Nina Sullivan. Nina 1 for 1 on a day, a single to left, walked, scored, and has an RBI. Attleboro now leading 12-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Just missing inside.
The Milford parents are so extremely supportive and positive. They like every single pitch. It's funny. It's good. It's important. I hope it doesn't come off the wrong way. But
there's a shot into right center field. Into the gap, all the way to the wall.
Another ground rule double that goes under the fence.
Okay.
We got to get this fixed. Took another run away from scoring.
Wow.
For Nina Sullivan, that's her first double of the year.
Whoops.
Raising her on-base percentage. On base for the 3rd time today. Her first 2-hit game of the year.
So stopping at third is Paige Qualia, who would have scored on that if there were 6 bases.
Exactly.
Not just 4.
Up steps Lily McGilvey right now. She is 0 for 2 on the day. She's flown out to right. Fielder's choice back to the pitcher's mound, where she was saved, got the runner at the plate.
And she eventually scored.
Scored, correct.
Ball 1 low from Angelina Bonina, the sophomore.
In relief of Maeve Driscoll.
Yep. This misses outside. 2-0.
One of those 50-50 balls. I could have gone the other way on that one. Not necessarily an just one of those 50-50 balls. 2-0 to McGilvey.
Shortstop and second base playing in. Third and first, obviously. Called strike. Caught the inside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Again, you get into a situation where the 10 runs, nobody wants to be mercied.
Yeah.
And it becomes like the next attainable goal. Like, let's not let this happen.
Milford.
McGilvery, I'm sorry, reaches out, fouls that one off to even the count at 2-2.
Milford's won 3 of their last 4. They beat Mansfield 11-9 in 9 innings. Lost to Taunton, who doesn't, 16-0. Beat Stoughton 9-3 in 8 innings, so 2 extra innings went, and beat Franklin 11-6. They won 3 of the last 4.
That's
Popped
deep
up,
enough to score a run.
right center field. Wengel makes the catch in right. Tagging and scoring, sacrifice fly, and an RBI for McGilvery, her 3rd of the season.
Staying at second is Nina Sullivan. But Lily McGilvery doing a job there.
Second run of the inning, so it's now 13-1 Bombardiers. And again, Milford defensively making the right fundamental play, keeping Sullivan at second. Callahan is up, fouls off the first pitch. She is struck out, grounded to third, walked and scored. It's 0-1.
Again, Jenna, it's all about mechanics. She gets the foot down, the hips going sooner. She'll drive the ball. When she's off a bit, she hits those kind of slow dribblers at times.
7 runs knocked in on the season,
Yeah,
11 runs scored.
Inside.
Yeah.
Wild pitch, then Sullivan to third base. As a batter, I wasn't very good. I used to love pitches like that. I'm like, oh, no decisions for me to make there. Always wanted to swing at a pitch like that for strike 3 so I could take first base if I was in a slump. Never had the guts to do it.
Well, ball low and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike to the sophomore Jenna Callahan, who came on last year, ended up splitting time pitching duties with Lily Ruthier, who's now at UMass Dartmouth.
Another one behind her. Here comes Sullivan to the plate. Could be a play at the plate. And
Safe.
Sullivan slides. Safe.
And I think we call that a wild pitch.
Yeah.
3rd run of the inning. It's 14-1 Bombardiers.
So with 2 outs, Callahan will look to restart the inning with a 3-1 count, looking for something to drive here from the lefty Bonina. Lefty versus lefty.
Ball inside and low. HockomockSports.com and their latest ratings on April 29th. Taunton at 12-0, number 1 in the league. King Philip at 11-2, number 2. Foxborough, who beat Attleboro by a run. That's the only
Was hit and hit a lot.
Yeah.
And they hit and they, did I mention that they keep hitting?
Yeah.
And they've only had 1 loss this year themselves, Norton.
Attleboro's won 4 of their last 5. Beat Seekonk 8-7. Franklin 11-5, Sharon 12-0 in 5 innings, and North 7-2.
This was a very important week for Attleboro, as they are 7-4, but they were 4-4 at one point. And to get back on the winning ways, as you start thinking about power rankings.
Right field,
Fair
Wengel. Wengel is a good defense. What was the count on Riley before that pop-up?
The count was 2-0, and that was a fair catch, fair ball catch there. I think the wind might have knocked it back. It looked like it was a fair ball catch.
So that's 2 outs.
That's the 3rd out.
Oh, 3rd out. To round out the Hockomock Sports Hawk 5, again, Taunton at 12-0, KP at 11-2. From the Davenport division, Foxborough at 8-4. And then here they come, number 4, Attleboro at 7-4. And number 5, Milford at 7-5. Franklin's on the edge at 4-8, though, but I think they might be dropping out. 3 runs for the Bombardiers, 1 more hit for a total of 8 in the game. It is 14-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back. Kevin and I are trained professionals. We know what that dead air means.
We're back.
I don't mean to curse the ladies, but Kevin and I were just saying there have been 15 runs total scored in this game. Neither team's committed an error.
No, it's been clean played. Some very nice plays by both teams in the field.
Yep. This is Ava Baglioni, the sophomore. Popped up to short, flew out to left field, came in hitting .354 with 9 runs knocked in.
And for Milford, they'll be sending their 2, 3, 4 players up.
She scored 10 runs.
Ooh, nice play by DeVito, showing Brenna Morse how it's done.
And Mark Homer.
Yeah, Mark Homer. See, that's a nice play.
Yes.
He slid, used his feet, hands out in front of him.
Assistant Coach Nunes there in the dugout with Coach Homer as well. We got the lineup 1-1 to Abe. We got the lineup late from Coach Homer today because Coach Homer and Coach DeVito were having too much fun visiting before the game.
I think Coach Homer called it a rain. It's a rain delay. He's like, we'll get the lineup to you eventually.
1-1 to Ava. Called strike in the low outside corner by Callahan again. Struggled to make that pitch earlier in the game. Last 2-3 innings, she's found that spot.
And that's a tough issue if they're swinging at it. It's one of those balls that gets weakly hit, maybe to second base or first base.
Yep. Huh. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Some may say the count runs to 1 and 3. Some might say that. Not I, of course.
You just
but
did,
I'm saying,
Kevin.
no, some might.
Shot to the shortstop. Ronayne across the diamond. A lot of speed, but in time. 6-3 against the speedy Ava Baglione, who has 17 hits and 10 runs on the year coming in.
I know some players that have done this. In fact, I think Lola, when she gets the ball, goes, okay, if I just wait a half a second, I'll get the ball there about a half a second right before Vicky catches it. And she knows her arm and just does that. So it makes it just a mini heart attack.
Yep. Kay Pellegrini hit .524 last year as a Hawk All-Star. Looks at called strike 1. She's 0 for 2 today, but hitting .486 on the season. 15 runs batted in. 2 homers, 4 doubles, and a triple. Popped up to left.
Playable. Page.
Qualia makes the catch, her second outstanding catch of the game in left field. Wow.
And a little bit of a conversation with Lola, Maddie, and Paige as they all kind of come together. Paige's ball all the way as the outfielder.
Yes. And because Paige is not Irish, you have to worry about those head-to-head collisions.
Concussions are not good at any level. Irish, you got a little more leeway, like you mentioned.
Exactly.
So this is the pitcher now, Bonina, who was a courtesy runner, looks at strike 1. And I'm just trying to see if we got this. She's 1 for 3 on the year in limited at bats. She's showing slap where she did not. Looks at the ball high.
But she has scored 4 runs on the season.
Yeah, she does have an RBI. She's scored 4 runs. She's worked a walk as well. 1-1. And kind of a slap. I missed the. I didn't see if she went to go slap it on the first pitch. I'm assuming she did now because the last 2 she's attempted to slap.
Yep.
1 and 2 to Bonina.
Just misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I do agree with that call.
Which doesn't matter.
Which does not matter. We've yet to been asked our opinion. Strike 3. And I think that might be the game, Paul.
And that's the 3rd out. I remember when we first started broadcasting the softball at this new field a few years ago, we're so close to home plate, Kevin and I said, I wonder if the home plate can hear us. And it was Paul, last name begins with L, turns around and says, every word.
Every word, okay.
And that's it after 5 innings. For Jenna Callahan, in 5 innings of work, she allowed 1 run, the first batter she faced. She allowed 6 hits. There were no errors behind her. Milford left 6 runners on base. Their run was earned. So 1 run, 6 hits, 6 left on base. Attleboro scores 14 runs on 8 hits. They did receive 7 walks and a hit batter from Milford pitching. Just left 4 runners on base. Milford did not commit an error. So, boy, starting off, it was worrisome for the Bombardiers, but, man, did they put it together. A 2-run homer by Maddie Moran in the 2nd inning. And then in the 3rd inning, they put up 9 runs.
Yes, the floodgates just opened up in that 3rd inning, Paul, for 9 runs and continued even into the 4th inning with 3 more. But like you mentioned, Olivia Baglione, leading off the game with a sharp double in the very first pitch of the game, coming around to score on the Maeve Driscoll single to right center, 1-0, and they came out aggressive. Jenna, to her credit, limited the amount of hits. Typically, after that inning, Paul, I'm looking right now, leadoff did not get on base again after the inning. So the hits she gave up were where they were out only 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and the first clean inning was the 5th inning, the only 1, 2, 3 of the game. So she got a little bit stronger as the game went on, and that was nice to see as Attleboro now improves to 8-4 on the season, and 7-3 in the Hawk. Milford drops to 7-6 and 6-4 in the Hawk. So a very big game for both teams there, and completes a very big week for Attleboro. As we mentioned before, they were 4-4.
Yeah,
and games wonderful when they're winnable on paper.
Right.
But you actually got to go out and win the game. And a nice run by Attleboro there, and a good job by the defense and the pitching to keep a powerful Milford team averaging 8.75 runs a game off the board, to holding them to just 1 run.
Outstanding work.
Nice job there by Attleboro.
Congratulations to Coach Homer, his staff, and to the Attleboro young ladies. That was a big win. They have now won 5 of their last 6. They're on a good roll, but I want to wish Milford the best going forward. Coach DeVito and his staff, and every single one of the girls, they play with hustle, they play with class, and if you don't like Coach DeVito, give up. You don't like people.
And Milford has a chance at revenge on Wednesday, I think, of next week, Wednesday or Thursday, when they get Attleboro.
Oh, that's right, because this game was postponed.
This game was a makeup, so Attleboro plays Milford today. Attleboro's next game is Canton at home on Monday. Come on down and watch the game. Then they go to Milford, I think it's on Wednesday or Thursday of next week.
Excellent.
Before the KP torn back-to-back. Okay, we'll worry about that in the future.
All right, Kevin and I could talk all day. That's just how we roll. But our crew wants to go home, and they're about to strangle us.
Yes, Peter, sorry.
Yeah. One more time, the Bombardiers win 14-1 over the Milford Scarlet Hawks. Boston Bruins, Game 7 against the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight.
You watching, or are you so mad you can't watch?
Well, again, my TV filed a restraining order against me due to the verbal abuse in Games 5 and 6.
I think local establishments may have it.
I'm going to have to get a... Yes, I might have to do that. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, squirrels and ocelots, if you enjoyed this broadcast, you might enjoy my radio show, 9 a.m. till noon, Monday through Friday, Pontificating with Paul and the Proletariat, a talk show and a parody of same. When the show is good, it's very, very good. When it's bad, it's sort of drivel, but at least it's never average.
Never.
Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till noon on WARA Radio and WARAradio.com. 1320. Thank you so much for joining us on AACS 15 Sports.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.